Hey guys. So, I was really just kind of wondering today, do people still ask what time it is to other people? I know that's probably a silly question, but does nobody know what time it is these days, or does everybody know what time it is? I think everybody should know what time it is because not only do some people still wear watches, but everybody seems to have a cell phone. Even children have cell phones. Little children in kindergarten and preschool have cell phones. They can tell you what time it is, and they can't even read the time. They don't know what it means. They can say, "Oh, it's 12:45," but they don't know what that means. When did we start learning things so young? Kids are super smart, and it scares the shit out of me. It makes me very nervous. Especially for how many stupid people are still around. It just doesn't make sense, guys. It's hurting my head. Some of you get offended that I talk about stupid people. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that are uneducated. Those people are fine. I'm talking about the people that are just blatantly stupid. Like they have no common sense and they're just plain ignorant. Educate yourself. At the very least, Google something. For the love of God. Okay, so maybe I don't know that you guys get offended, but I just assume that you probably do, because there's always somebody out there that gets offended. Even people who try not to be offensive end up being offensive by not being offensive. I don't know how it works either. It just happens. Stop being so easily offended, people. My goodness, gotta treat you with the baby gloves. This brings me to my next point. Maybe it's not baby gloves. Maybe it's called kid gloves. What are kid gloves, and why do we seem to handle people with them? When did that become a thing? Do we handle kids differently than we handle other people? I mean, we should, but I don't think that we do. I think we are too busy trying to make children into little adults when they should just be children. For the love of God, let them be children. Don't make them grow up. Being an adult sucks. You're sitting there saying, "No, Christine, being an adult is glorious and getting to do all your own things and all your adultness," then you're just lying to yourself and you're not truly an adult, because all adults know that adulting sucks. And when you have to adult day after day, it gets boring very quickly, and we must make it stop. Personally, I think that we should all give up being adults and all go back to being children. I think that would be glorious. And not the children of, the modern age. Children of the 90s. Because that's the kind of child I was. Child of the 90s. Yeah. I was born in the 80s, lived in the 90s. It was glorious. I miss those days. Scrunchies and weird clothing and bright colors. I mean, they're bringing some of it back, but not enough. Bring it all back. Definitely going to need to take away technology, cell phones, all that stuff. Get rid of all the cyberbullying. I mean, that's the quickest answer. I mean, people are miserable these days. Even children and teenagers are miserable these days, and it's all because of technology. Yeah, I said it. You don't want to admit it, but I'll say it. Everybody wants to say that life has gotten simpler, but I think it's just gotten harder. And it's not because everything's at one press of a button. What happens when the cell phone stops working, people? Have you ever thought about that? No, you haven't, because you're selfish and probably stupid. There I go again. Sorry. You're not stupid. I'm just martyring you. But seriously, there's got to be a solution out there somewhere. And I just can't think of one. That's it. Blow up the technology. I'm just kidding. Seriously, don't blow up the technology. We need the technology because it's gotten us pretty far. But I still think we need to just kind of put our cell phones down for a minute. Oh my goodness, that was so hard. Even those 30 seconds. Just kidding. I'm never attached to my cell phone that much. Don't care about it that much. Ask any of my friends and family. I don't answer my cell phone very often because I don't like to look at it. It gives me anxiety. That's the problem, people. My cell phone is giving me anxiety. You don't see that as a problem? Well, I do. And that's why I put it away. The only time I bring it out is to make these videos. You're welcome. As always, thanks for listening to my nonsensical ramblings about nothing and everything all at once. I know some of you think it's hard to stick with me. Actually, I don't know that. I like to make things up. Not actual facts, just opinions. Thoughts that I have. I make them up because they're in my head. So is it really making up if it's in my head? I don't know. More on that later. Anyways. Mwah! Love you. And put down your damn cell phone.